Tottenham Hotspur legend Maurice Norman has sadly died at the age of 88. 2 assists in the World Cup for Ivan Perisic in a 4-1 win for Croatia against Canada on Sunday evening. A Sky Sports journalist has come out and said that a centre-back in the January transfer window for Spurs is a priority. The Ghana and South Korean bosses on HeungMin Son at the World Cup, and the Spurs women put 5 past Coventry on Sunday afternoon. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. This is another edition of Tottenham News, where I'll be going through all of the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Let's start by talking about some terribly sad news. Tottenham Hotspur legend Maurice Norman has died at the age of 88. On Sunday evening, Tottenham Hotspur Football Club put out the following statement. We are extremely saddened to learn of the passing of one of our all-time greats, double winner Maurice Norman, who passed away at home on Sunday. He was 88 years old. The defensive rock of Bill Nicholson's all-conquering team of the early 60s, Maurice Norman made 411 appearances for us between 1955 and 1965, one of only 13 players to reach that 400-game milestone since we joined the Football League in 1908. It all started for Maurice Norman on the village green in Norfolk, where he was spotted by Norwich City scouts playing in a cup final. He signed professional forms age 18 in 1952, and just 35 games into his career at Carrow Road, Spurs came calling in November 1955. A tall, powerful centre-half so strong in the air, his experiences of playing full-back earlier in his career meant he was also superb on the ball, often starting our attacks from the back as Bill Nicholson's team swept all before them, winning the league and FA Cup double in the 1960-61 season, retaining the FA Cup in 1962 and becoming the first British team to triumph in Europe with our Cup Winners' Cup success in 1963. To underline his importance to the team during that golden era, 1960-61, 61-62, 62-63, Maurice Norman started 149 of our 156 matches in all competitions, missing just 7. His outstanding, consistent displays for us were also recognised at international level. Maurice Norman was capped 23 times by England and was included in squads for both the 1958 and 1962 World Cups. Unfortunately, sporting tragedy struck for Maurice Norman in November 1965 when he suffered a badly broken leg that would end his playing career at the age of just 31. A gentle giant, Maurice Norman was diagnosed with dementia in 2014 and more recently cancer, but fought right until the end. Also, in the statement from Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, it states, we extend our sincere condolences to his wife Jacqueline, children Michael and Joanna, grandchildren Daniel, Zara, Clark and Rebecca, and great-grandchildren Zachary and Joshua at this sad time. On Sunday evening, Tottenham Hotspur star Ivan Perisic played the first 86 minutes for Croatia as his country beat Canada 4-1. Ivan Perisic grabbed 2 assists in the game, the first one after 36 minutes and his second assist after 70 minutes. The Tottenham Hotspur women were in action on Sunday afternoon at Brisbane Road. We made it 6 points from 6 in the FA Women's Continental League Cup group stages as we beat Coventry United 5-1. Goals from Summonen, Ian Harrop sent us into the break with a 3-0 lead before Amy Turner headed in for 4. Coventry then got one back in stoppage time at the end of the game before Gunnin Williams marked her first appearance for us with a goal for 5-1. Now, Sky Sports reporter and also Tottenham Hotspur fan Michael Bridge has been talking to Give Me Sport about what he thinks Antonio Conte wants in the January transfer window. He said 110% at least one centre-back. I think Tottenham, in an ideal world, would be looking to maybe getting 2 or 3 players in. Michael Bridge then went on to say one would be a centre-half as a main priority. They're conceding poor goals and making sloppy mistakes. Then one would be a right wing-back because Emerson Royale, well, it's not worked out. He's not having Matt Doherty and he's not having Jed Spence either. A report has just been published by the Independent newspaper and they are stating that Ghana head coach Otto Addo hopes to get the better of his former player HeungMin Son when his side take on Group H rival South Korea on Monday. Former Borussia Dortmund midfielder Addo worked with HeungMin Son in his first coaching role at Hamburg and predicted a golden future for the Tottenham forward, who started out in Europe at the German club. Addo said, I had the pleasure of working with HeungMin Son as a coach when I was the under-19s coach at Hamburg. He's a very good character, first of all, a hard-working player. I really like his character. He's very disciplined and become so good because he worked so hard for it. This is what I hoped for him and what I expected. You can't predict everything, especially in youth players. But I saw something in him and proposed him to our first team squad, and he did well there. So far, he's had a great career. Addo then went on to say, I always wish him all of the very best, except for Monday when we play them. I'm very happy for him that he's healthy again, or can play at least. We will try and stop him together, always as a team. It's always about closing gaps, picking up runs and closing spaces, and this is what we will do as a team. Now, South Korean boss Bento has also been talking about South Korean star HeungMin Son and said, as far as Son is concerned, because he was recently injured, he was adapting and trying to feel comfortable with the face mask. He needed to feel at ease with his teammates and then the opponents, and I think this second game will be different. Bento then went on to say he's already been able to play the full 90 minutes, and as a team, we need to do our best so he can take the advantage of his skills. Now, my thoughts on these stories in this episode, of course, rest in peace, Maurice Norman. What sad news, 88 years old, a real legend for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, won many trophies at Spurs, part of the 61 double team, of course, won the FA Cup with Spurs in 62, won the European Cup Winners' Cup in 63. He had a good Tottenham Hotspur career, a real legend, and of course, 23 England caps as well. Now, 2 assists for Ivan Perisic in the World Cup on Sunday as Croatia beat Canada 4-1 in the group stages. 2 great assists from him. And I've said this on this channel many times, particularly recently. I think that we are going to see a different and a much more improved Ivan Perisic in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt in the second part of the season. Of course, he has provided many assists so far in his Spurs career in this first part of the season, but as Antonio Conte said a couple of weeks ago, and I completely agree with our world-class manager, that he has been carrying an injury, and game by game, I think that we will see a much better, improved Ivan Perisic in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt. So, looking forward to the second part of the season with Ivan Perisic, completely injury-free. Now, Michael Bridge of Sky Sports has said that centre-back is a priority. Of course, it is a very important area for Tottenham Hotspur to improve in the January window. And I completely agree with what he said about the right wing-back situation. That is a priority also. Centre-back and right wing-back, we have got to make improvements. We have got to bring in new players. And as I said before, the last January window when Bento, Kurt and Kulusevski literally walked straight into the team, this is exactly what we need in this upcoming January transfer window. Can you imagine a new centre-back walking straight into the team and a new right wing-back walking straight into the team, improving the team straight away? It would improve the starting 11 greatly. And, we've got to have a good second half of the season to make sure that we finish in a Champions League spot again. And, dare I say it, hopefully put a trophy in the cabinet. The FA Cup is coming up in January. Of course, we're still in the Champions League. Who knows what can happen with a couple of really decent signings in the January window backing Antonio Conte. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Have a good week and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, come on you Spurs.